If you're wondering, just do every exercise. Do every exercise one time. That's all you need to do. I'm kidding. Am I though? We are going to cover programming on the Isochain because while it may seem very simple, learning about the 1x6, 3x6, and 6x6s and just going with the 6x6 and getting the best bang for your buck, it's not always a cookie cutter scenario. And here's what I've found after designing not only my programs, but also my clients with the Isochain. And I've found that it very much follows a very similar formula to developing programs in the weight room. I really don't think that this should come as a surprise to anyone, because there is no such thing as a cookie cutter program that will work for everyone on the face of the earth. Everyone's program needs to cater to their specific needs. When we're looking at programs, first need to know, what is this person training for? So I'm going to use the most common example here so that everyone can really understand, and that is the weight loss client. The weight loss client is looking to be in a calorie deficit. They are looking to shed unwanted pounds and live a healthier lifestyle. When we are developing exercises in the weight room, one of the first things that I was taught, form compound lifts. So no isolated stuff like bicep curls or shoulder front raises or leg extensions, none of that. We want to work multiple muscle groups at the same time. All these different muscle groups under load are going to burn more body fat. It's more energy expenditure from the body. This is going to speed up the body's metabolic rate, therefore promoting more fat loss, which is exactly what the client needs. I've used this to tremendous effect year in and year out with fantastic results. It hasn't failed yet. Exercises are different from client to client, but that doesn't mean that it's any different with the Isochain. We want compound exercises. If someone is looking for weight loss, we want compound exercises. Will working on the bicep curl in the Isochain help out? Yes. But will it help out as much as performing a seated row? No, it's not going to, because there's more involved in a seated row. You will feel more fatigued on a seated row. Hence why the bicep curl number readout is really not that much compared to a row where usually we're hitting up in the hundreds, multiple hundreds for the seated row exercises. The rhomboids are under attack. The lats are under attack, the biceps are under attack, the forearms are, and those are just the majors. That's not even breaking up muscle groups. So then how exactly will we program that? Well, how new is the person hopping on here? Are they brand new to isometrics? Are they brand new to working out? If they're brand new, I would start them with a 1x6. If you're new, 1x6. Now we do have 4 beginner programs on the channel. Beginner program A, B, C, and D. I know, very creatively named, right? So here's a link right here. Go and check those out. I didn't come up with those. You can definitely follow those. I personally think that really getting accustomed to the Isochain and doing a 1x6 is one of the best ways to really get acquainted with this type of exercise. Personal opinion. As we really start to get used to the different exercises on the chain and the form, then we can start increasing the sets, and then we can start going into the fun stuff like the 3x6, dare I say even the 6. So then the question becomes, we know that time under tension is one of the key factors for muscle growth. More muscle growth, more lean muscle mass developed, more body fat burn. So then wouldn't they just do hypertrophy, right? No, not exactly, because we're still getting Henneman size principle with the Isochain. This is not regular contractions. These are 100% isometric maximum contraction. So we're going for 36 seconds of maximal tension. This is not 36 seconds of regular tension. The tension is going like this with a regular dynamic workout. The tension is revved up to the highest point. This is a totally different exercise, is a totally different train. Can we lose body fat this way? Absolutely. All of the metrics are in place. Progressive overload is in place with load mode or time mode and trying to beat previous number. It's all there. That is what's required for growth. How do we keep progressing? Stay on that program for 4 to 6 weeks, and then we're going to switch up either the chain link exercise itself, set rep scheme, the rest time, etc. We have a video on how to break plateaus. Here is a link right here. If you are newer to the channel, go ahead and check that one out. Just the weight loss client. Now, the rabbit hole goes deep. I mean, if we covered every scenario, this video would be well over an hour long, possibly well over 2 hours long. I'm going to give us one more example, and let's just take the client that just wants to tone up, not looking to lose weight. They're just looking to lower their body fat percentage, and so they need to develop lean muscle mass. Are compound exercises the way to go? Yes, they are still the way to go. Same reason that it was the way to go with the weight loss client. Now, by the way, doing these exercises by themselves is not really going to get, it needs to be supplemented with the proper diet. If you're in weight loss, the diet has to be in a calorie deficit, has to be in a calorie deficit to promote weight loss. Supplement that with a great cardiovascular activity like jogging, maybe the elliptical machine, arc trainer, or one of my favorites, the stair climber. Those are fantastic cardiovascular exercises that we can supplement our Isochain training with. Going back to the person that just wants to tone up, compound exercises, but now we could get a little bit into the isolated stuff. Now we could get into the fun stuff like the bicep. Progressive overload is in play here. Might add some hypertrophy lifts. So maybe a 3x6 and then going into some hypertrophy after. 18 seconds of maximal contraction, 3 rounds of 20 to 45 seconds of that muscle underloaded about 60 to 85% of its max. Get some hypertrophy going on. So an example for both of these would look like this. For the weight loss client, we'd have 3 to 4 exercises. So let's take the deadlift, the seated row, and let's take the overhead press, all compound exercises, 6x6. This is for the weight loss client. For the tone client, let's take those same exercises, add a front raise, add a bicep curl. So now that's 5 different exercises, 3x6, and then hypertrophy. So we could actually cycle Monday being the 3x6 day for those. So Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we can hit all 5 of those exercises. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, if they want to go 6 days a week, we can hit the lower body. What would they be? It would probably look something like Romanian deadlift, sissy squat. Y'all know I love the sissy squat now. And the Zercher squat from a nice mid position. We're getting into a nice upper and lower split. Although because of the Fen effect, we could hit everything in one day and then go to the next day and do the same thing with no problems. Split training won't be to our disadvantage with this type of exercise regimen either with the Isochain. Again, these are just basic examples of how to program our Isochain workouts. Unfortunately, there is no one size fit all answer. It really just depends on what that person is looking to train for. And it's just like in the weight room. It is incredibly rare that I have clients doing the exact same thing. Every one of my clients' programs are entirely different. They are custom made to that client's specific goal. And it doesn't matter if you're a personal trainer or not. You come on the Isochain looking to achieve a specific goal, your program is 9 times out of 10 going to be different than someone else's in some way, shape, or form. But what are your thoughts? What has your programming been like for the Isochain? Have you just been using Dragon Doors custom made programs so you don't really have to think about it? Have you been experimenting? Have you completely made your own from scratch like I did with the Sweet 16? I want you to go ahead and comment down below, and we will see you in the next video. Peace.